Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, oh, testing, testing, testing. Okay, here we are in the Tartarus Key. The Eclipsia moved by pretty quick, so here we are in a new game. Let's check this one out. And again, it's another one with really pixelated graphics and everything, but don't look too far into that. This one, I actually like that they put little descriptions about what all this stuff does. FOV 75. So, earlier I played a Brazilian Drug Dealer 3, and I think that had an FOV of 90. Maybe that's why I was having problems with it. Whatever. We'll see how this one goes. Into the background. Okay, good. Let's go. The office. And I got a little notepad next to me. What? Where am I? Figure I'm gonna need it for a game like this. What's going on? There we go. Fresh page of my notebook. What's going on? My head is killing me. The last thing I remember, I was at home and... Ugh. Wait. Where am I? What is this place? Hello. Hello. Nobody's here. Okay. Breathe, Alex. You can and will freak out later. Right now, you have to find out what's going on. Door looks like it's the only way out. Locked though, I'm going to need the key. There's one around here somewhere, I hope. Okay, it looks like there's no... Crouch, interact with objects, okay. Or you can just click on it. Hello. Anyone there? Oh man, is this thing broken? You behind this? Hello. What? Is this a joke? I'm not laughing. Neither will you when I get out of here. It's kind of a Saw type situation where the bunch of different folks are trapped. What's your story? Who are you? My name's Alex. My story is that I'm in an office I've never seen before. Last thing I remember, I was at home and I woke up, found this walkie-talkie, and now we're talking. They're short-range radios? I don't care what they are. I'm this close to a full-blown freak-out. Who are you? Listen to me. You take a second to breathe. Freaking out isn't going to help. My name is Torres. P.I. Private investigator. Thank God. You know what's going on, right? Where can we get out of here? I can see the pieces coming together. So in other words, you have no idea. Means I have some idea, alright? I was working a case for an anonymous client. I was like something out of a movie. Usually it is, but a stack of cash convinced me at least to give it a look. Uh-oh. Figured it was the usual deal. Just someone decided to walk away from their old life. That was all the time, but it didn't add up. It shared a lot of similarities with some old cold cases I pulled up. I was just being paranoid. Looks like there's something bigger going on. Putting that aside, all the speculation in the world doesn't matter if we can't get out of these rooms. We're trapped. The first time I've been in a situation. Keep a cool head, take a look around. There has to be a way out. Who you can find, I'll do the same. Okay. New information may lead to additional optional conversations. These aren't walkie-talkies. Short-range radios. Hey, walkie-talkie makes it sound like a child's toy. The same thing does that mean we have to be close to talk. Depends on the strength of the signal. First, we have to focus on the task at hand. Message received. Over. Alright, look like they cost a lot. Wait, it's following me. Does your creepy room also have a camera tracking your every move? Someone is watching us. Door is locked. Key. Drawer key. Someone had a good time. Or a really bad time. Let's let it rotate around, see if there's anything on the back. Added it to the inventory. Journal page, added to inventory. How do I access the inventory? Okay, clicking on mouse 3 on the mouse button. Controls. Remap controls. Alright, yep. Menus, confirm, cancel, inventory tab. Okay, in the map. Okay. No map yet. Tab. Some objects have hidden details on the back. Press E to flip the object over. Door and journal page is scribbled. It's a scribbled travel itinerary that lists the order someone was planning to visit countries: England, Germany, Portugal, Japan, Philippines, Hawaii, Alaska. I'm inching closer day by day. We have much to discuss. I have attached 4 of my notebooks. I can trust no one else to keep them safe until I return. Okay, Hawaii is second to the last. Books are close to the flame. Books all over. Have they fallen from the bookshelf? It looks like someone was searching for something. Sounds like someone who was looking for something. Okay. This doesn't feel like home, but there are still signs that someone was here before me. Scuff marks on the floor from furniture being moved, for instance. More than just if you were setting up the room. Starting to think we're not the only people who have been in this situation. We're just the latest victims. Refuse to be anyone's victim. Let's get out of here. Candle's been burning for a while. Is that Greek? I don't think I've ever seen so many books outside of the library. It's going to take forever to search through them all. They're likely just props. Props. Set dressing, trying to make this place look real. I don't think this is a real mansion. I think it's a real mansion, just not one anyone has ever actually lived in. Place, it's almost theatrical. Combine that with the cameras. Are you saying you think we're entertainment? I think so. But why? That's sick. I don't know, and I agree. For now, all we can do is keep pushing forward. Okay. It's just bringing up the same one. Because I looked at the books again. Horsehead sculpture. Cool if you're into animal parts as a decor, I guess. Looks like I'll need a key code and no point in trying to guess it. Japan postcard from Japan added to inventory. Okay, so I'm thinking once we get all the postcards, we put them in this order, and there's probably some kind of number on them. Okay, so this one's day by day. Attached 4 of my notebooks. 4. 3 days. Okay, 3. Reading through a library before stumbling upon anything remotely helpful. Figure that possibly have hope to take care of yourself. Okay. Old couch. Just keep thinking, why am I here? Why me? You can't think of any reason you'd be kidnapped? What do you do for a living? Courier, kinda. Kinda. You can think of a more suspicious response. No, I mean, I just pick up whatever work I can, you know. Delivering packages is easy. Just not like it's a proper job for me. Not something I care about. Maybe one of those packages meant something or went to someone who didn't want to leave any traces. Maybe you saw something on a run. I mean, no, I don't think so. Look, it's just something I do to get by. Not involved in anything. I doubt you're here for no reason. I got it. Postcard from Alaska. I'll try to get a few more postcards before I check the inventory. Looks like there's no crouch, but there is a sprint. Don't know what those are. Okay, let's take a look here. We've got Alaska, England, and Japan and Hawaii. No, it's unorthodox, but it's safer this way. I never had a chance to explain, but I promise it'll make more sense when I'm back. Till then, 7 pillars. They're essential. I lied the word 7 and noted 7, but what's the order? Found it, the one that pieces it all together. People will call me mad. You have to know the truth. Fear we've already passed the point of no return. This message will be last for a while. They've underlined the word 1. Okay, so let's see the order. Take some notes here. One of those types of games. Come on, I know I got a standard ass old pencil around here somewhere. Maybe a mechanical pencil. There, here we go. Found it. There we go. Okay, we got England, Germany, Portugal, Japan, Philippines, Hawaii. Nobody here that's Hawaii and Alaska are the only two here that are not countries. I've attached 4 of my notebooks. Is Hawaii. 3 for Japan. 7 for England. Then 1 for Alaska. So 7341. What we have. Let's try 7341. Huzzah. Didn't get all of the countries, but whatever. Time to get out of here. I've had a thought. Yeah? How about how my room is empty? No puzzles, nothing locked, nothing out of place. Except for this radio. Okay. Or would they give us a way to talk to each other? Give me a way to help you. Because your only way out is me. You have to guide me to you. We're the puzzle. Precisely. Cool, no pressure. You made it out of the office. Know that together we can solve this. I hope you're right. House guest escaped the office. Wonder what this means. Two liquids, the duality of man. There's just two fancy potions. No, I'm not an artist. Canvas looks damaged on the right side. It's been torn purposely. What kind of person goes through the trouble of kidnapping someone and designing elaborate puzzles for them to solve? Like, what's the point? In a case like this, I'd say ego. Someone clearly has a lot of time and influence. Possibly even money to do something this elaborate. People don't usually go to such dramatic lengths just to kill someone. Not when anything else will do. A knife, a gun, your bare hands, even your teeth. I get the extremely vivid picture. Well, point being, someone here clearly has an objective here. I also think they're making a statement, showing off. What about these postcards? From the room you woke up in? What about them? I don't know, they're just weird. It sounds like someone was researching something. But, they also seemed sorta paranoid. Could it be just set dressing, theming. I mean, look at this place. It's dramatic in the extreme. I guess we'll probably never know who CW was, huh? We should be worrying about ourselves before anyone else. Okay, two liquids. Painting with a lady about... honestly same. I can't see that painting. White bottle. White bottle added to inventory. Okay. And there was something with that, the right-hand side of that painting, it said. Oh. Absolutely ancient rotary phone. Doesn't work, of course. I didn't think it would be that easy. Hey, there's a phone here, but it's dead. Here too, it's hollow on the inside. Just a prop designed to give you hope. You think they put that much thought into it? Alex, the cameras, the design of the room, the puzzles. Every part of this place feels designed with purpose. Even if that purpose is, give some rich maniac their jollies. We're the actors, and somewhere there's an audience. Oh, that's creepy. I find I'm angrier than I am afraid. Getting there. Can we access these shelves under the thing? Antique vase, not a single rupee hidden inside. Still life of a white vase, real art class 101 stuff. Canvas looks torn on the left side and right side. Okay, this one was torn on the right side. That one's torn on the right and left. Camera still. Red bottle. Clock. Broken clock. Broken clock. Reminds me of a case I worked once. Back before I was PI, I was a police officer. Real life cop story. Ever heard of the infamous clock killer? I'm immediately filled with regret. Cops kept turning up at crime scenes. There was death in the streets. Strangulation by pocket watch, crushings by giant ornamental clocks. Once we even found a victim impaled on a sundial. This is insane. How have I never heard about this? Especially that last one. You think that would be big news? Wouldn't blame me for missing it. It took us years to realize it was even the same person. The most punctual serial killer I've ever had the pleasure of putting behind bars. You are a fountain of all the worst knowledge. Documents. Which documents? Nothing that looks like it'll get me out of here, or like it might be a clue. Looks like there's some shelves or whatever under the bed, but it looks like we can't access them. Notebook. Humorism. The humoral theory, or humoralism, was a system of medicine detailing a supposed makeup and workings of the human body adopted by ancient Greek and Roman physicians and philosophers. The four humors of Hippocratic medicine are black bile, yellow bile, phlegm, and blood. Each corresponds to one of the traditional four temperaments. The proper blending and balance of the four humors is known as eucrasia. While science has since moved far past these ancient beliefs rooted in a primeval misunderstanding of how the universe works, there are still those that believe there's a certain truth to these old teachings. After all, what truly makes up a man? Are we not all the sum of our parts, our bodies merely flesh and blood and meat? A physician named Duncan McDougall theorized that the soul had a physical weight, 21 grams in fact. Does this not imply the soul itself could be a substance present in the body, something that could be seen, felt, perhaps even extracted? Such ideas seem flights of fantasy, to be sure, but the possibilities are endless. Okay. So what bottles do we have? We've got white phlegm. So that's basically telling us what the things are. You know, honestly, I've played enough, puzzle games. I should probably just know what these are, off the top of my head. But, whatever. Black bile. Yellow bile. Phlegm and blood. Phlegm is a fun word. And blood is obviously red. This one's torn on the left. Still alive. Painting looks slightly torn on the left. Okay, so this one's got a red, green. This one's torn on both sides, white. And it's got yellow and then... Okay. Green. Okay, there should be one more. Handle's been removed, I can't get it open. Rest of the drawers have their handles? Yep. In that case, it's clearly the most important drawer. Gotta get it open. Sure, just have to work out how. Going off the last room, it'll be some puzzle. You were able to solve that one. Hopefully it is a puzzle and not just a home repair someone half-assed. Let's think positive here. If there was ever a whole-ass solution, it's this one. So I'm guessing the the tears mean... Okay, so red and green right here. Red. Then green, I'm guessing. Then white goes in the middle. Then it is yellow. And I gotta find another one. A bottle of phlegm. Room. Must have done it. Okay, onward. Creepy ass house. Made it out of the room. I'm in a hallway. Good, that's progress. I can see. Ah. There's a boarded up door covered in blood. We're bound to see some blood eventually. Kidnapping doesn't usually have a happy ending. The important thing is that it isn't your blood. Keep it that way. Yeah, you're right. I can hear something. I think it's your voice. You must be close. Unlocking my door, try to follow the sound. Okay, I'm on it. Not going anywhere near that. Hey, can you hear me? Yes. Finally, almost there. Let's find a way to open the door. I'm gonna need you to hurry. Why the rush? You know, other than being kidnapped and trapped, I think I might have hit the door too hard. Triggered some kind of trap. The room is now filling with gas. Alright, don't panic. The gas is coming through slowly. We've got some time. I'll get you out. Find a way, I swear. Believe in you, Alex. Just keep a calm head. Your life is in your hands. Well, the game has us pointing this way, so... Old mirror, so rested and dirt, I can barely see anything. There's some kind of a evil villain after me. Z. Moon? Okay, that does the same thing as hitting that. So there's this toilet. You have to tell me anything, but you know what I'm doing. It's filled with blood. Funny. Definitely seen worse public toilets. That's what I said. Okay. R-A-L. But backwards. There's a missing figure. Satanic picnic. Okay. And there's like a little tick mark above the R. Footprints. Bloody footprint. Bloody footprint is crime scene classic. For some reason, killers always forget. Forensic team can even pick up blood that's invisible to the naked eye. This blood is very visible. That could be a reason it's all over that room apart from shock value. Oh, it reveals. I don't have time for this. Okay. Or something weird's going on here. I mean, more weird. The reflection in the mirror isn't right. Is it right? Yeah, it doesn't match up with real life. The reflection doesn't. You're not making sense. Look, a painting just fell down in the mirror. It's still hanging up behind me. You can check out that painting on it. Okay, and it's got two hands right there to say, hey, stand here. Blood, it's everywhere. Never seen this much blood, it's making me sick. Trust me, you don't want to vomit. Not much worse smelling than blood and vomit. You can't just say something like that. God, you lead the worst life. What have you seen? More than you would ever want to. One case from victims on meat hooks. The killer was drinking the blood, fancying himself some kind of modern-day Dracula. Freak even had one of those long, flowy white shirts. Ugh. We finally tracked him down to his lair, an obnoxious loft over an art gallery. Pretentious ass. While cuffed, he kept monologuing about his great and tragic existence. Then I guess he got a little worked up. Vomited his dinner all over the poor rookie. Never forget that stench. I know the rookie probably hasn't either. Please don't ever reminisce with me again. You asked. I regret it deeply. Apart from so bad, a painting seems normal. There's something behind it. Oh, the wallpaper's coming off here. Light's coming through the gap in the wood, and I hear coughing. I think I found a way in. Just in time, air's getting really thick. The wall was falling apart behind the painting. Space and light behind it. I think this would line up with your room. Might be onto something. There's a vent on this side, but doesn't lead anywhere. But how are you breaking through the wall? Trying to pry the planks, but they're more solid than they look. Can't think straight, or anything you could use. Not that I can see. Cutscene? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. No way through, no way out. Calm down. Look, they're messing with your head. You need to pull yourself together. The minute you give up is the minute I'm dead. Think. I'm trying, but this is too much. I can't do anything. Oh! The reflections don't add up. Snap out of it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and get me the hell out of here. I'm trying. What the fuck? What's happening? I mean, it's moving. Alex! Alex! Hell no. Absolutely not. No way. What happened? I heard a crash. Are you okay? This is insane. It's not possible. My reflection just moved on its own. Threw a damn axe at me through the mirror. You're what? Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm kidding. Just a joke between friends in the old death house. There's a whole room back there. Just looks like this bathroom. Cough, cough, Alex. Right? Yes, Taurus. There's the axe. I'll take any miracles I can get. I'm coming, Taurus. Hold on. No point in climbing. It doesn't look like there's the window or door go anywhere. Saw a prank video once where they did that. They had two twins on either side of a glass pane trying to mimic each other's actions and whatnot, and then other people would come in and try to use the mirror and get all messed up because they didn't have a reflection. Hatchet would definitely be destroyed though. Yeah, use the hatchet. I'm guessing you could also possibly go back to that bloody room. Not bad. For a second I thought my ticket had been pulled. Thank you. Hey, hi, no time for warm and fuzzy. Let's get out of here. You just squeeze back through the hole and wheel. What the hell? Ah, air. You never know how much you'll miss something until it's gone. You okay? Nothing I can't handle. Good to finally meet you face to face. We have a lot to talk about, but we'd like to get the hell out of here first. Second, I saw two doors, one at the end of the hall, and one that's boarded up covered in blood. Start with the one that's not covered in blood. Lead the way. Okay, so I'm thinking if you also possibly could have used the axe on the other room. So, like, replay value type thing. Did not try the bed. Because of traps? Yes, also because it looks filthy. I'd rather stand anyway. It keeps the blood pumping. I just had these slacks dry cleaned. Sadistic kidnapper is able to keep a plant alive better than me. Different page blank? Yes. Are you sure? Let me just... Hey, there's a diagram. Looks like a box with a sad-looking stick man in the middle. This could be important. I drew that. Oh. And it's a neutral-looking stick man, Freud. Storage space sitting unused, that's how you know someone is rich. Look through this place, all the drawers, every single one, they're all empty. But whoever's behind this just wanted to watch me try and fail. That one looks like it's full of stuff. Okay. Okay, you're following me? Alright, so I was wondering if they'd have something to say about that. Okay, so they do the thing where they don't move, they just, let you look away and then they'll teleport right behind you. I see what you mean. This looks messy. Right. Lifetime of survival instincts, home by scary movies, says we should steer clear. Well, eventually we might not have a choice. But for now, we should investigate everywhere else. Sounds good to me. Oops. Hey, that door is open. Definitely wasn't like that before. Okay, we move carefully. No telling what we'll find. Candle like in the office. Can't have been lit that long. The hell are we? This place is bigger than I expected. Some kind of central hall. You head downstairs. Why there first? Find that most exits are on the ground floor. Well, yeah. Makes sense. Let's check it out. Guess they haven't finished remodeling, or they spent all their decorating budget on an overly elaborate puzzle mechanism. Yep. Spooky mansion, all the books are Latin. Yeah, what is this? Bloody simple. Not gonna look too closely at this. For one, it's gross and I want to know if it's made with, And for two, looking at it makes my head feel weird. Ah. Head downstairs first, check for a way out. Failing that, somewhere we can gather our thoughts. Sounds like a good idea. Still following me? It's locked. Of course, nothing's ever that easy. I think we're in for a long night. Alright, we should establish a base for now. Somewhere safe, or as safe as this place can be. Somewhere easy to get to. Fancy place like this probably has a hall or something for receiving guests. Ground floor, likely close by. Again, the problem with adventure games where they see a perfectly good usable tool and they're just like, I have no idea what I could use this, generic tool for. Someone really likes fireplaces. There's no making this place feel cozy. And that just leads back up there. Be a door on the ground floor, okay. Over there, that room looks perfect. Perfect. Follow me, I'll explain. This room looks safe for the moment. Thank you, Detective Dismal. Perfect, cheerful, morale-boosting observation. Let's be practical. I think we should rest for a second and review what we know. We'll be able to act accordingly. Okay. To start, we've been individually kidnapped by an unknown assailant, left trapped inside the house. This is clearly a person with both the means to craft elaborate, dangerous puzzles and a sixth sense of humor. Lives are on the line, and I've got the burning lungs to prove it. So, that sounds bad. It is bad. We know next to nothing. We have no idea whether there's 2 of us in this mansion or 200. You think other people could have been kidnapped? The place is too big, and too many things don't add up for it to be just as 2 of us. Regardless, our goal is to escape. We should also attempt to find out who's behind this, both to bring them to justice and for me to bring them to a firm punch in the gut. If we find anything else, we'll do what we can to help, like you did for me. Right? It sounds like a plan. Let's go. I can't. The gas did a number on me. Still can't take a deep breath, and I can barely move. Just getting down here felt like I was trying to run a marathon. Oh. Look, I know I'm asking a lot of you, but you're the one who rescued me. I believe in you. We've both got a radio so we can maintain contact. In the meantime, I'll poke around this room. Maybe I'll find information. Or another asinine little puzzle. More like. At least I know who to call if that happens. You know, in movies, splitting up is always a bad idea. This isn't a movie, and we shouldn't waste time. We don't have the luxury of making the best possible choice. Ugh, this is so bogus. Here, I thought these days the kids said, "Oh snap." Oh jeez, that's dating this. I don't even think. I think this game came out in 2002, and I think kids were already over "Oh snap" at that point. But I don't know when this game is actually set. So that could be a thing. Oh, you know what? You can critique my slang when we escape the murder mansion. Just promise you'll take care while I'm gone, okay? Don't worry about me, Alex. Just be careful. You don't know what's out there. I'll help if we have a map. It's not perfect, but I started drawing one. Could be enough to get you started. Are you kidding? This looks amazing. How did you get such straight lines without a ruler? Keep track of rooms that you think have something left to do. That way, if you're ever lost, you can just check the map. Seriously, were you an architect in another life? This is so crisp. Alex, focus. Just hand wave away why the map is so nice and clean. Of our 2 doors, I noticed, were open on our way down. Good, as good a place as any to get started. Oh, and here's my pencil if you want to keep it up to date yourself. Right, got it. Thanks, Torres. Try and take it easy. I'll be back as soon as I can. Map, and I think you can bring up the map with M. Yep. Torres. Okay. Can I? Okay, I can go up and down floors. Woke up here. Ooh, it looks like there's another door out of the woke up here. Oh no, that must be a window. Okay. Yep. Not on this floor. Okay. Oh, and there's that door that we don't know anything about. And that door we don't know anything about. So, alright. Go check them doors. I get the feeling we're gonna have to uncover these statues. Which of those statues? As part of some puzzle. Or they'll uncover themselves, whatever. These are lilacs. My mom loved them flowers. She used to tell me all about them. I think they symbolize renewal. Okay. I believe that is... Maybe that one? Okay, well that one should be locked. Huh. This map is already incorrect. Check over here. Okay, the other door must be behind this bookcase then. Because apparently tourists can see hidden doors. I was half expecting the deer to be following me. Alright, I just saw someone walking over there. Lock this note. No, not taking unscheduled appointments. Okay, sure, everything else in this place operates on its own logic. Why not? Since none of the phones work and I have no way to call wherever that is for an appointment, I guess I'll see if I can find something that goes in that slot. Another horse. Bust of a horse head. Kind of angry looking. Can horses look angry? London Butcher. Records show a startling increase in the number of murders during the 1727 London famine. Driven mad with starvation, it was in this environment that the London Butcher thrived. Famed for selling high-quality meat at cut-rate prices, it was years before anyone discovered their source: fresh corpses. Arsonist. Public faith in the police's ability to keep them safe was at an all-time low by 1964 due to the arsonist. Hundreds perished in a string of devastating apartment and office building fires. It's thought that the Dream Doctor massacres a few years prior served as inspiration, however, as they were never caught and their motivations remained a mystery to this day. So, okay, this one's got the date 1727. I'll write that down. 1727. 1964. Looks like it's going to be interesting. Examine the fallen books. By themselves, the spooky old match where you've been kidnapped. I really hate this place. Original. The biblical figure Cain, the original murderer, appears in various texts dating back millennia. Theories of Cain being the son of Satan and not Adam date back just as long. Clock killer. Charged with 18. Okay, I'll put down 18. Separate murders. What was believed to be an open and shut case ended up being anything but. Crucial evidence destroyed in a fire meant that the clock killer served a short sentence of only a single year before being released in the summer of 1988. 1988. Jotting that down for good behavior. The clock killer. Mentioned it before. It says here that they're free. Is that true? Released early for good behavior. How? According to this, he's a known murderer. Mass murderer. I was on the force then, and we had it all. Extensive evidence, documents, murder weapons, hell, I even got him on video. So what happened? It was all destroyed. A few weeks before the trial, a fire took out half of the police station. Nothing but ashes left behind. can't have been a coincidence. I'm sure it wasn't. I headed up an investigation. Turns out our killer was a former cop, well liked. Friends at high places, you know the deal. Jesus. Orders came in telling me to stop investigating. Told me to focus on my 9 to 5 and let the higher ups handle it. Did you? Hell no, but wouldn't you know it, I was suspended and put under investigation myself. Didn't take a detective to figure out my days there were numbered, so I quit. Best decision I ever made. Turns out my values and those of the station didn't align. Oh. Okay. These look like buttons. Hammer and a needle. Flail. I'm sure this is incorrect. Okay, that is weird. Original. Psychology. Psychology of murderers. One thing I didn't want to get inside of is the mind of a killer. Not late at night reading for when you've been stuck inside a murder house. Death Rider. Death Rider was a highwayman of English legend dating back to the early 1500s. Okay, 1500. Wielding a flail. Okay, we gotta match up the use of the weapon. Have to double check some of the back ones. Rofer, okay. Victims were beaten beyond recognition. Many were never identified. Nothing has ever stolen, and their motive remained unknown to this day. Yeah, the ferryman. Ferryman dated back to the 11th century, so 1000. Considered a myth, it is said to have been inspired by Charon, the one who ferried souls to Hades through the river Styx. Okay. Charon, however it goes. Blank canvas. I think a blank canvas, a placeholder maybe. Another horse. Dream Doctor. Performing a vivisection on a conscious human is near impossible due to the shock. However, the Dream Doctor was able to keep his victims conscious using a paralytic agent. He would then use a leucotome, a hammer, and pick for extensive brain testing. There are no known survivors. Doesn't have a year, but Dream Doctor, okay, sure. Crimson Artist. Between 1290 and 1312. Kill and artfully arrange the models' bodies, at which point he would paint the crime. Okay, paintbrush. The victim's blood. Several pieces of their art have been reportedly gone missing. While never officially valued, they're rumored to be highly sought after in the fine art world. Lumberjack would invite couples to their holiday cabin in the woods. Overpowering his victims, he would force one of the couple to watch as he methodically severed the limbs from their partner. He was eventually apprehended in the late 70s. Okay, that would be the 1970s. Authorities were helped by multiple survivors being able to identify the Lake of Chainsaw. Used. Okay. London Butcher. Okay, this was meat. Arsonist. Wait, wasn't the arsonist on the other side too? Okay, so the Dream Doctor is a few years prior to the arsonist. The arsonist was in 1964, so the Dream Doctor would be earlier than 1964. I'll just jot that down. Because they were never caught. Okay. Did we see something about the arsonist somewhere else? Clock Killer, 1988. Okay. Yep, don't need that. Okay. Alright, so that's the Clock Killer. There's the Dream Doctor. There's the Butcher. Okay, this is the London Butcher. Okay, we don't need the arson. We just need the arson to kind of place the Dream Doctor. And the Clock Killer. Then we have the Flail. The Karen one, the Boatman, we don't really need for anything. And it looks like the Chainsaw is also a unnecessary. So, first one, earliest one, is the Flail. Oh, wait, no, shoot. The Paintbrush. So the Paintbrush is in 1290-ish. Then it's the Flail. Then the Clock would be 1988. The Dream Doctor would be before 64. And the Butcher would be, okay, Butcher. The Dream Doctor, then the Clock. Oh, do I get to actually pick up all the cabinets open now? I suppose I have to take these. Oh, they're not actual weapons. They're just statues of weapons. Hum. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 9, 11, then 5. We're supposed to. What is going on there? "18 separate murders." Maybe that's part of it. Oh, okay. 1, 3, 5. So this is the Dream Doctor. And he was... okay, so the first one was the paintbrush. First one is 3. And then the flail, 2. Um, 3, 4. There's 3, 2. Four. One. 5. Huh. One is the Dream Doctor, so what am I trying to do here? Oh, this is something now. Weird, I know this canvas was blank a second ago. Hammer and pick, a clock, and paintbrushes. This has to be part of the puzzle. Hammer, okay. So hammer and pick, clock, and then what was that at the bottom? The paintbrushes, that's right. Hammer and pick. So this was 1, 5, 3. Okay. I think we want 1 and 5 over here. Then 3 over that side. There we go. Progress. Pretty empty. Wonder what those buttons do. Hey, Dee Dee. What does this button do? Deck paintings, what are these doing here? What the? Oh! Okay. Knight fighting a minotaur, is it defending the angel? Imagine a giant half-bull, half-man leaping towards you. That knight's shield better be sturdy. It's the chaos, and the angel stands incredible craftsmanship. Is it flying or falling? Either way, the demon looks pissed at the angel. Oh, this lamia is menacing. Have you ever seen them crawling across the floor like an actual snake before? Okay. Someone loves a button. Oh, is this where you have to get them all lit up? Okay. So first one, toggles 1, 2, and 3. Second one, toggles 1, 2, 3. Third. Okay, this one toggles to 3 next to it. Okay, so since these are on the edge, it treats it as kind of overflows back to here. So it's other words, just the simple, light up all 3 buttons. Puzzle. What the... Oh! Things have got to stop appearing out of nowhere. Everything alright? Just checking in. I'm looking at a bunch of weird statues and paintings. An angel, a demon, some sort of snake person. Oh, you mean the Lamia? Oh, I don't know, do I? Greek mythology. Lamia was a girl who was another casualty of Zeus and Hera's on again, off again marital squabbles. These days, they're mostly used as generic fantasy monsters in most media. The actual legend is much more tragic. Most detectives know this much about Greek mythology. I can't have a hobby. Besides, when you spend all your time dealing with human monsters, made-up ones are a lot more palatable. Okay. Alright, I did look up some of these weird symbols, but not very much. Perfect craftsmanship, I'm a little nervous he's suddenly going to spring to life. Let's check behind him. Is this... Let me check the other room, see if anything changed over here. The door was closed before, I thought. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at this. Pedestal. Okay. Oh, it's the position of the things. So this is double Z needs to be the Lamia. Okay, good. This one needs to be the devil. This U. Oh, it's just on it. This one needs to be the angel. Yep. Knight needs to be, looks like a fish. Oh, come on. And the Minotaur needs to be the triangle. Convoluted lock system, but at least those doors across the hall are open. Hope there's something nice inside. I mean, probably not, but I hope. Oh, what was that? She's not looking so good. I'll give her a chance to catch her breath. Whoa. Yes, hello. I am, as you might imagine, quite relieved to see you. Sure. Are you okay? What is this? Okay, my young friend, I am ecstatic. Why wouldn't I be? Tangible proof of my life's work. I'm actually quite moved by it all. As the kids say, this is all that and a bag of chips. I don't think they do say that. Your tangible proof is tangibly throttling you. My apologies. I was quite carried away in the excitement. My name's Charles Werner. I'm a historian in a specialized field of study. How did they pull off this PS1 style 3D modeling? Because I know the PS1, it couldn't handle floating points very well, or like at all. So that's why everything kind of jittered a lot back then. But obviously modern computers do, so I'm curious how they pulled that off. No, just an aside. How long ago I woke up to find myself as you see me now. Has to be special effects, right? And the old practical stuff. I'm not going to get you out of here. I'll pull. How do we... That's the spirit into the unknown with open arms. Granted, I don't have any hands-on experience with the scenario. But if you were to look at your feet, that symbol is incomplete, but it shares similarities with vanishing circles prevalent in other cultures' mythos. You can find a way to complete it, then perhaps. Sure, fine, why not, whatever. But with my boundless knowledge of ancient mythological ceremonies, that'll be a cinch. Are you alright? Not even close, but what else is new tonight? Then please have a look around. Find something, bring it to me, and I may be able to help. Door locked behind me. I'll deal with that after Charles is free. Looks to be a journal detailing someone's travels. Mystical lands, strange animals, and beasts. Fiction, obviously, right? Vanishing book added to inventory. What does it say? Can't tell if it's a fairy tale or meant to be serious. Some sort of travel log. But all the things it describes, well, they don't exist. Strange places, monsters. Monsters or demons? Trust me, it's a very important distinction. There's always some truth in any piece of fiction. Keep it in mind. Let's take a look at it. My time in the southern waste was all too brief. Chased by a crimson crow, emanating an unbearable heat, I had to flee. I would have wandered into the frozen north if not for the reptiles keeping guard. Though unintentional, I only live and breathe today thanks to them. Crimson Crow, okay. Sigil here, got to move the painting. Squint looks like a weird robot. Unknown sigil. What's this? Looks like a sigil. You might need it to complete the circle. So how do I, here's the demons expert. Come over here and describe it to me. It might be able to identify it. Okay. What is this? It's moving, it's alive. Ugh, I'm not touching it. Alive, an interesting thought. You would describe a cow in a field as alive, but once it's steak on your plate, it's considered dead. Don't like where this is going. What if that snake started moving? Is it alive again? Please don't take the wrong way. Okay. Accidentally misclicked. Looks like a mountain. Oh, because of the weird how it handles 3D stuff. That one's weird. Punching custard. Food I'll never want to eat again. Alright, I think that's all of them. Okay, let's see what you've got. Oh yes, I recognize this. It's the sigil of the demon Malthus. It takes the form of a giant stork. An artisan, it would build high towers and strongholds of the toughest materials. Oh, you have another I should take a look at. Indeed, I believe this to be the sigil of the demon Furfur, an enormous deer creature. Mighty hooves would shatter the sky, leaving thunderstorms in his wake. Third sigil, this is quite fun, isn't it? Like an Easter egg hunt. It'll be the sigil of Raum, crow demon known to steal, always seeking treasure. Most famous heist was that of the underworld Soul Flame, leaving it permanently shrouded in a fire that will never go out. That's everything for now. I get the feeling there's more sigils. Try to find them all. Ha. Shield, okay. And Dromalius. Different task with discovering and punishing the evils of the spirit world. That's everything for now. I feel like there's one more. Try to find them all. Well, I've got 4 sigils. In the southern waste was all too brief, chased by a crimson crow. Emanating on a barrel heat, I had to flee. It would have wandered into the frozen north, not for the reptiles keeping guard. Oh, come on. Some peers would consider me famous and others infamous or eccentric. The knack for uncovering stories thought lost. Connecting the dots overlooked by those seeking the more obvious truth. And the demons, demonology is one of my more unusual research areas. My academic peers do not approve. They feel it's childish, sadly. If only they could see. What would I put in the north? The lizards. The reptiles keeping guard. keep talking to him. I assume the cult kidnapped me, much like they did to you. Well, they'd call themselves a cabal or a secret society or something equally grandiose, I'm sure. But this setting, these ruse overs, these actions, well, if it looks like a cult, walks like a cult, and quacks like a cult, you see what I mean. Like a hidden government. They wouldn't be the first throughout history, I assure you. Are you serious? Important thing now is that they are. Are you familiar with the concept of a deal with the devil, a bargain for power? Of course, these things never turn out the way the bargainers expect. Like, the devil, like literally, don't be silly, the devil doesn't actually exist. I'm talking about an old god. These ancient beings appear in many forms throughout all civilizations. All my years of research, I found many references, whispers, stories. Many of them are supposed... No, shoot. Only natural, and gain power of such magnitude without paying the price. The most common would be human sacrifice, but it would have been on a tremendous scale. You think that's what's happening here? I can only speculate, but it's hard not to give the situation. Who can say how many people have disappeared only to turn up here, spending their last nights alone? They believe there's a giant conspiracy. Government controlling cult trying to summon God. A god, or an approximation thereof. I can see your skepticism. It's fine, I'm used to it. I dare say I've been called cuckoo for less. Cuckoo for Cocoa Pebbles, perhaps. But you know what else would be considered insanity? Being stuck in the flesh wall. Fair point. The flesh wall is unusual. Do you have anything else to say? Okay. Oh, there's one on the ceiling. Eye or maybe a bow. This is a Bifrons, a two-faced beast, master of science and arts. They maintain all the gates and passages in the spirit world. I think you've got them all. What do I do with them? Two-faced monster, master of science and arts, maintains all the gates and passages in the world. I began my journey in the east, the barrier between our worlds, rendered useless by great glowing gates. The last way, a city of great spires, staggeringly tall and blinding white. What did I say? Even I cannot say. Okay. So this is the one that... This starts in the east. That's east. This would be this one. City of Great Spires. I'm guessing the stork. Not for the reptiles keeping guard. Oh, this is at least a cold-blooded reptile. Oh, yeah. Indromalis. Circle's looking good from here. Think you've got all the sigils in the right place? Sure, let's give it a shot. think we're ready. Let's do this. Now that you've properly prepared, you only have one more step to complete. You have to visualize sending the creature back, banishing it into the void. Ah, this is it. Proof at last, at long last. Nice. Yes, marvelous, simply marvelous. Booyah. I am so relieved that worked, even if I don't get how. My young friend, you are party to one of the greatest revelations of the modern era. By your hand, you've just revealed tangible proof of the supernatural. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not ready to go that far, okay? I can't. Not for my peace of mind. Let's just go see Torres. She's, my partner for the night, I guess. She'll want to meet you. What happened? Are you hurt? I kept calling you and you didn't answer. I could hear these sounds, and who's this? I'm okay. Detective Torres, this is Charles. He's stuck here like us. Pleasure to meet you, and a detective. Oh my, this is exciting. Yes, a real treat for both of us. What happened? Well, Charles was trapped in a writhing flesh wall. There were magical runes and symbols everywhere. The usual, for here anyway. Beg pardon? Flesh wall? Quite an incredible spectacle from beyond. Oh, it was a wonder, detective. Normally I just talk with my therapist about boring things. So this will be exciting for her. Okay, so let me process this. You encountered some sort of special effects rig. I assure you, detective, as the person, enrobed by the matter. Please don't use those words. Ah, of course, pardon me. All I can tell you is seemed very real. Alex very heroically banished it and freed me. It was quite marvelous. Well, I believe Alex could do something like that. Magic monster circles don't exist. They just don't, okay? It had to have been, I don't know, a machine or something in the air that made you both hallucinate. Oh, I suppose that's a possibility. It just seemed so real. So, sigh? Well, if nothing else, this place is certainly filled with exciting mysteries, isn't it? Oh yeah, real thrill, edge of your seat fun. Look, I need to keep searching this place. Torres has been going through all of these books, looking for any sort of clue or information. Ah, research. I love research. My time to shine. Perhaps you'd like a study buddy? We could put our heads together. Sure, study buddy. Okay, well, you two crazy kids have fun. Don't stay up past your bedtimes. I'll report back if I find anyone else. Call me if you need me. You take care, Alex, and thank you again for saving me. Well, as I said, I'm not calling you a liar, Mr. Werner. Oh, please call me Charles, or Chuck if you like. I've never been a Chuck before. Charles, that's maybe foreshadowing. I think he probably gets thrown into a wood chipper or something. All I'm saying is I've been on a hell of a lot of cases. It has never, not once, turned out to be monsters. Demons, actually. Very different. Common mistake. But, more importantly, Miss Torres. Detective, sorry, but well. I know you don't see for yourself what Alex and I encountered, but surely. I think we're all under a lot of stress tonight, Charles. I've already been doused with some sort of gas once. That's just the time we know of. Yes, there is definitely something happening in this place. When we find people who caused it, my fist is going to happen to their sternum. But no matter what anyone thinks they've seen, it's important that we stay focused on getting out of here alive. Not spook ourselves with stories. Right, of course. I agree with you, Detective. You're right. That's the most important thing. And you have my full support, of course. Good. We're too banged up to go snooping around this place ourselves. And Alex is going to need all the support she can get. Speaking of Alex, yes? Maybe this can help. I found it in one of the books. A key. The top looks like a lion. Right, try to keep an eye out for doors with lion motifs. Lion key, okay. Map, where to next? Okay, looks like there's a dead end down there. Well, maybe not. Two open doors. You can really tell where the two different people were drawing. Though it is kind of suspicious how clean Torres's lines are. Okay, let's go up to this other exclamation point. Oh, we're gonna have another new friend. You there? Yeah, I read you loud and clear. How may I assist you? It occurred to me to ask you if you knew anything about this sigil. It's painted in front of a fireplace on the second floor landing. In blood, looks like. Sort of resembles a big triangle with what looks like a pentagram inside it at the widest part. There's a lot of little symbols and interconnecting lines in it, too. What you're describing sounds a little like a speaking place. Certain cultures would have them, sites adorned with glyphs and symbols. They would allow elders to hear the voices of their gods, I suppose, though in some cases they were other beings. But I've never heard of blood being used for such a purpose. Typically these were holy ceremonies. Quite moving, actually. Trust me, there's nothing holy about this. Yes, I might have to agree. I don't suppose you hear anything, do you? Well, Charles. No, I don't hear anything. Ah, geez, now you've got me spooked even more. Are you really a creepy mansion? You don't have a creepy portrait of creepy old-timey children. Fair enough. It's weird, there's a weird thing that happens sometimes in games where if you turn sideways, you can see farther than if you were like looking straight at something. I think it's what I think they're doing is I think they're using just a cube or a square to determine distance instead of using like the actual Pythagorean theorem to get the proper distance. So the way they do it, I'm theorizing, is they have you're in the middle of a giant square or cube. It's then out, goes out so far, but then the corners of the cube actually kind of stick out a little bit farther. If you picking up what I'm putting down, I've seen this in a lot of games, not just this. $15.40. 1592, okay. Those look like a 4. Slide. Projector slide looks like it's got numbers on it. Hey, alright. And it looks like it has, let me jot this down here. 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay. Never thought I'd see someone whose laundry habits are worse than mine. In certain cultures, crystals have more meaning than pretty baubles to decorate your home with. It was believed that the many facets inside them could act as windows to other realms or even the afterlife. One ritual involved building a doorway out of crystal during the fall equinox, in the belief that the shadow it cast was actually a doorway to another world. Building such structures is, of course, impractical at best, and it's unlikely that this ritual was ever really performed at a full scale. Which perhaps is a comfort, given that if you open a door to somewhere, you never really know what might come through it from the other side. And what is that down there? Kinda, okay, side by side swap. Okay, can't really see over there. Keypad. Weird looking board. Is it for a game of some sort? Maybe the pieces are around here somewhere. 1592. Let's try 1592. No. Huh. Oh, wait. Swap the first and last. Okay, so it's 2591. Okay, so this room is kind of shaped like this slide. Okay, so 1, and then number 2, I want to do whatever the instruction I get from back here. And then the last thing I do is I swap those two. But then what is this number 3? Someone's hung a sheet on the wall like they were using it as makeshift screen. I'm guessing this is instruction 4. What am I missing here? Crystals. Half a bottle left. Maybe I'll just... No, that's a terrible idea. Maybe... Small plants all over. Guess life finds a way. That plant is knocked off, though. Looks like someone slipped on side here. So, 1, do you get the code? 2, you check back there. 3, you open this. One 592. I was wondering if you had to punch them in opposite orders. Hmm. Oh! And swap the ones in the middle. Look at that. Tough to see with the... I was running into this problem with the other game, too. Eclipsum. You know, sure, the stylistic choice. Making it low poly is neat and all, but makes it hard to see things. I need to turn up my gamma or something? Almost feel like there might be something underneath the pile of clothes. Here's the case that the low poly is kind of making it hard to see. On the ceiling. Must be something going on over here. Of course, they arranged all the furniture to make it hard. Hold on. Gamma and a gamma. Gamma, 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 gamma. Let's try that. Almost looks like there's something. Yeah, I couldn't find any gamma. Code. Anything else I'm missing? And there's no crouch, so it's not like I can try to get a different position. Anything written on the back of the chairs? Front of the chairs. Back of this chair. I almost feel like there might be a code or something underneath the clothes, but it's just not giving me an option to do anything meaningful with the clothes. Okay, so over here, it's swap the ends. So over in 1, it's swap the inners. 2, or I could be looking at something completely wrong here. Who knows? Haven't got any new slides. I did see something about putting crystals, projecting crystals. Alright, I'll come back to this one, see what else I can find. Okay, and I only get the note back when I'm actually in the room where it matters. Okay. What room is this called again? Master bedroom. We'll come back to the master bedroom. Peacock. And there's the lion room. We've got the lion key. Unless door to worry about. Give it another quick look around. Locked, there's a note. No. Oh yeah, we've already. Hold on. We already been here? Weird, okay. Hey, you want to be a detective? Trap inside a mansion filled with the elaborate death traps. Nicholas watching us via surveillance cameras, and you want to chit-chat. Help take my mind off everything for a minute or two. Besides, I'm curious about you. Do you always know what you wanted to do? Having trouble picturing you as anything other than a very intense child. Not always, no. I guess I've always liked puzzling things out, chasing things down. Never been able to stand it. Some people get away with something that hurts other people. Not really. There was no big pivotal moment or anything. Other than a general simmering resentment at the overall state of the world. Of course. There was a time when I thought maybe I'd work in the family bakery, but it just didn't work out. What happened? Didn't have the patience for it. All that fiddly careful work wasn't for me. And well, like you said, I've always been intense. After the third time I made a kid cry, I had to face up to the fact that I just wasn't made for sugar and customer service. When we get out of here, I've got to see your baby photos. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're in here. Going to the trouble making a fancy key, you get your mileage out of it. Reach vertically. Okay, so once you step inside, you lose the light. Look at typicals, but they're all blank. Either someone is big into journaling or they're just for appearances, but what is making that? Rubber gloves and cleaning cloths. I don't want to know what that is. Cleaning. How heavy duty are the gloves? They're, I'm going to say thicker than any kitchen gloves I've ever used, maybe. Does it sound like the sort of thing you'd use to work with acid then? A good thing, it means we don't have to worry about acid as a potential threat. Probably. Wait. A potential threat? How exactly? Like, I would fall into a vat of acid? How long have you thought that could be a thing? Considering how elaborate some of these traps have been, acid isn't a big leap from poisonous gas. You didn't think to warn me that you thought that might be a possibility. Surprised you didn't consider it yourself, honestly. My point is, just going by that supply closet, acid probably isn't on the table. Probably. You know what? I'm just gonna keep moving carefully. Hope anything is possible. Focus, you can do this. Capable with the plan. Start your chain reaction. Achieve, make something of your life. A note. Management approved the animal motivationals. They want you to ignore the rest. Trust, hard earned, easily lost. Now, don't wait. Inspire, lead by example. Move, find your truth. Alright, 1592 isn't going to work. But I tried it. So many cleaning supplies. Thought my grandma was a clean freak. Perhaps, though if they have it, bleach can be used more creatively. Combined with ammonia, bleach will release a toxic vapor called chloramine. In fact, it's entirely possible that earlier I was choking up precisely that gas. I think that's creative. Well, gotta love a multitasker. Biohazard bins filled to the brim. Not digging around in those. But why are they so full? What have they been cleaning up and how often? And why are there sparks? These wires were connected. I bet I could turn them back. I need something to hold both ends together. Let me something in this mess. Gloves? Buy so many copies of the same painting. Replacements or set dressing? Okay, I'm thinking the rubber gloves could, you know, be used, but... Huh, this is the lion door. What is on the ceiling? Reach vertically. Escape, always have a plan. Move, find your truth. Is there one that says truth? Oh. Reach vertically. Is there something hidden up here? There's the plugs. Did you see a spark over here? Something in this corner. Okay. What room is this? Closets. Okay, back up the lion stairs, I guess. Peacock. The peacock was another one of those gods. Okay, so down this hall, there should be a door on the right. The same place where there's a door on the left. And why would, what's her face know about it? You see? Yes, see? I am going to have to call it there for now, I think, and we'll get back into here next time. Hopefully make a little bit more progress, see exactly what the issue here is. So, till next time, later.